Hey folks, I just wanted to come and talk to y'all. Excuse my voice, I have been sick all week, so this is how I'm sounding right now. But I just wanted to talk to y'all real quick. Um, and specifically, you know, my whole purpose on here is to talk to women like myself, the aunties, right? The Generation X, forgotten generation women, those of us who are straddling our millennials and our boomers, and we've learned how to operate in the changing times with all the technology, but we also know how to work with our folks pre-technology because we're sandwiched, right? We're sandwiched between those worlds. But also the thing we're sandwiched between is a lot of times we are at that age where we have aging parents and we may still have children to raise. Specifically, I am a mom who has a significant amount of time left to raise my son, and I am in my late 40s. And really, the purpose of my channel and the reason why I'm talking to y'all today is a lot of us at our point in our lives where things have been, things may not be how we expected them, right? We've lived through the dot-com boom, right? Like myself, I was fresh out of college at the dot-com boom time. So we've seen crazy prosperity, but we've also been through crashes, right? We've seen the crashes of that era. We've seen the crashes of the real estate era in the early 2000s. We've lived through a pandemic as well. We've seen some crazy ups and some crazy downs, and we may be finding ourselves not where we imagined we would be, right? Our parents were that generation that had pensions, right? They retired, they worked for one employer and they retired and had some sort of, even if it wasn't always true, but they had some bone that they were chasing and the thought of some security. And a lot of us, we are, coming into a particular age where we don't have that. But we are also in an information age. So that is the trade-off as well. But as a woman, I also want to speak to when we're not where we thought we would be in life. A lot of that has to do with relationships, right? So many of us have had relationships, been in relationships, at the end of relationships, maybe stepped away from relationships that we picked up when we were younger that we realized were really not working. And specifically, I want to share a little bit about myself. This week, I basically had an exchange with someone that I shared a large portion of my life with. And it was pretty eye-opening, right? It was pretty eye-opening. And it brought to light the lesson that I need to learn is that I cannot live and we cannot live in a manner where we are looking for someone else's validation to make us feel okay, right? We may not even realize that we're doing it. So like myself personally, I didn't realize that how much I do it, right? To the point where if this person speaks poorly of me, and what I'm saying is, someone speaking poorly and treating you with disrespect, there is no excuse for that. There's no defending that. It's indefensible. However, I do feel as though I keep being faced with this because there is some harsh lesson that I have to learn, which is to not tie my self-worth, my confidence. I cannot tie that to what someone else thinks of me. It is codependent, and it is something that we as women, and definitely women of all ages, but definitely we as women of color, a lot of times we are trying to live up to what those around us expect from us. And we're trying to show the world that we can do it, that we're better, that we're valuable. And by doing that, we do have our self-worth and our self-value and our self-esteem tied to what other folks think. And if you're finding yourself that you're always being tested, where you feel disrespected, where you feel as though people don't see you, I think the lesson that we're being taught is to not give a damn. And to do the things, right? And it's not just about blindly saying that I'm the best. Do the things that should be done to ensure that you are your best, right? And you are doing what is needed, right? So you have to make that effort, but you cannot tie your self-worth and your self-confidence, your self-esteem to the reactions of those around us. You have to tie it to just the fact that you know you are putting in the work. And so I guess I'm rambling a little bit, but I think the lesson that I'm learning and that I wanted to share is it is not too late to learn lessons like this. And really, if you are struggling with the I'm of a certain age and I should have the respect of others, maybe the lesson that you're being taught is it doesn't matter what folks say, right? It doesn't matter what folks say. You are more than enough. You are powerful. You are disciplined. You are able to achieve. Do not tie your self-worth, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your self-view. Do not ever tie that to what somebody else thinks of you. And that's my message for my aunties, my Generation X ladies, anybody who listen, anybody who needs this message tonight. That is my message to you. Mwah. Love you.